Welcome to The Explainer. So, have you ever asked an AI for something, you type in your question, and what you get back is just kind of generic and useless? Yeah, you are not alone. Today, we are breaking down a roadmap to truly master AI. This is a plan to take you from a casual user to a real power user, part of that top 1%.
Our source for this whole explainer kicks off with this really bold claim. And what it's pointing to is this huge and rapidly growing skill gap in the world of AI. This isn't about being a coder or a tech genius, it's really about knowing how to think.
You've got this gap, right? On one side, you have 99% of people getting these vague, unpredictable results that make you think, is this it? Is this all the hype? But on the other side, the top 1% are getting sharp, strategic, really powerful insights. Today, we're going to build the bridge that gets you over to their side. And we're going to do it with a really clear, actionable plan that can totally transform your skills in just 30 days. And seriously, it doesn't matter if you're a complete beginner. This is your starting line. Okay, so week 1 is all about making a fundamental shift in your mindset. See, the thing is, AI doesn't understand our language like a person does. It predicts it. And that one simple difference, well, that's the key to everything.
Let me give you an example. If I start a sentence, Humpty Dumpty sat on a... What happens in your brain? You don't search a database. You just immediately jump to the most likely next word based on a whole lifetime of hearing that rhyme.
The word was wall, wasn't it? Of course it was. Well, that predictive process, that little leap to the most probable next piece of info, that is exactly how large language models work. They are, at their core, just prediction engines. So, here's the crucial point. If you want better answers, you have to give the AI a better problem to solve. You have to learn to speak its language, what our source here calls machine English. So you're helping it compute what you want, instead of just taking a wild guess.
All right, let's get into the how. Your very first tool for speaking this machine English is the AIM framework. It's so simple, but it's incredibly powerful. It's just a 3-part structure for pretty much any prompt you can think of: actor, input, and mission. And just look at the difference this makes. The before is what most people do. Fix my resume. It's basically a wish. But on the right, using AIM, we give it an actor. You are a world-class resume editor. We provide the input, the actual resume, and the job description. And then we give it a crystal clear mission. Give me 10 specific ideas. The results you'll get are just worlds apart.
Okay, so let's move into weeks 2 and 3 and see how we build on this. Now that you're speaking the language, it's time to add the skills that really separate the top 10% from everybody else. This is where you go from getting just good results to getting truly game-changing ones.
Even the smartest AI on the planet is useless without the right context. Think of the AI's knowledge as this vast mathematical space. Well, context is the map that tells it exactly where to go. You give it that map with this framework. You use past memory from the chat, provide assets like files or data, enable actions like searching the web, and all of that shapes your final prompt. Now, this next idea, this mental shift, is so important. When you get a bad answer, don't just blame the AI. The problem isn't the model. Instead, see it as a chance to debug your own thinking. A weak output is just feedback telling you that you had a weak input. So to help with that debugging, our source gives us 3 little cheat codes. The first one is a game changer. By asking it to think step by step, you force the AI to show its work. You can literally see its chain of logic and pinpoint exactly where it might have gone off the rails. The second cheat code, this is brilliant. It makes the AI help you write a better prompt. You're basically forcing it to ask for more clarity, turning what was a simple command into a real collaboration to figure out the best question to ask in the first place. And the third one takes it even further. You're having the AI literally teach you how to ask a better question. It gives you better options, you pick one, and together you refine your input. You're not just getting an answer anymore, you're actually learning how to think better. Now here's how you take the next level of control. Instead of a generic prompt that just spits out a college-level essay, you steer the AI. You point it toward the sharpest edges of its knowledge by name-dropping specific experts, frameworks, and research. You're pulling it away from the generic average and pushing it towards real excellence. But, and this is a big but, you must always verify what you get back. These models are generative, meaning they are literally designed to make things up and sound super confident while doing it. Use this 5-step checklist to systematically separate the real intelligence from a very believable illusion. All right, let's get to the final week, the summit of our climb. This is the part that truly gets you into that top 1%. It's about moving beyond just getting correct answers and starting to create outputs that are insightful, unique, and most importantly, actually sound like you. And you do this with the Ocean framework. This is a checklist, but it's not for correctness, it's for quality, for taste. This is how you stop using AI like a vending machine and start treating it like a true sparring partner. You push it to be original, not obvious, concrete, not abstract. You make sure its reasoning is evident, its stance is assertive, and that it all tells a compelling narrative. This is how you co-create, not just command.
And as you start applying these frameworks, week after week, you'll notice something really profound happening. Every prompt you write, every time you push for a better, more original answer, every judgment call you make about quality, it isn't just improving the AI's output. It's sharpening your own thinking. It's clarifying your own ideas.
So the most important point, and really the most optimistic takeaway from all this, is that this isn't a story about humans being replaced. This new partnership has the potential to augment our own abilities, to automate all the tedious stuff, and restore our focus to the uniquely human parts of work, our creativity, our strategy, and our taste.
Look, this 30-day journey isn't just about learning a new tool. It's really about training your mind for an entirely new way of working, of thinking, and of creating. You have a new partner in thought. The only question left is, what will you build together?